today we getting into Math Hoffa. Now, I stayed away from this topic for a little bit because I wanted to get some, insight on, what happened and how it happened. Just going down the rabbit hole with it. You know what I'm saying? But you know, I'm gonna play this video and then we'll go ahead and chop it up after that. You know, see. All right. Fair use.
Found out they were kicked out of the studio with everyone else.
I didn't know he was subleasing. Math owns the shop. Okay, cool. He doesn't own the shop. Okay, cool. Him telling everybody is pretty much the cornerstone of the gripes, right? That's where all the smoke.
You mean him telling the public?
Right.
Okay.
Right. Could I stop him from doing that? He never asked me.
Right.
He never told me he was going to do that. Right. So he didn't tell any of it. I can't speak for any of us. I know he never told me. I found out he was online like everybody else. I'm getting my phones blowing up. Yo, you see your man? But what am I supposed to do about it?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like I get upset, get mad, get excited. It's his shop. It's his show.
Yeah.
I don't like the fact that all the business is on Front Street, but that wasn't my call either.
Yeah, on the last episode of Rory.
Yeah. So basically, Math. All right. So what I heard this morning, right, is Math had a shop, and he was subleasing from the person because it was somebody renting the shop, and then he was subleasing from that person. You feel me? So the person that he was subleasing from, they ran power to the basement to run. I guess they ran wires to use power to power up other stuff or whatever, and it ended up running up the electric bill to like $7,000, right? So what they tried to do is they tried to pass that expense off to Math Hoffa. You feel me? So Math is like, yo, I'm not paying that. You understand? Then it was other things like where the landlord was trying to say like, yo, when I rented you this spot out, it was supposed to be used for you to cut hair. And I guess he passing by the shop, he not seeing nobody in there, or whatever the case may be. But he's not, I guess he's not privy to the fact that he's using it for something else. But as long as he's paying the rent and he's, utilizing the property, I don't see the big problem. You know what I'm saying? But whatever the case, so they try to pass that on to him. He was like, hell no. Landlord already had issues, and he ended up leaving the shop, right? So the thing is, he put it on the internet, and I guess being transparent, trying to be transparent with his followers, and he got a little backlash for it because people feel like he shouldn't, that business shouldn't have been out there. You know what I mean? Like if you had to switch spots, you had to switch spots. That's internal stuff. I don't, some, Mecca and a few others didn't feel like that needed to be out there. Right? So, that's where we at right now. But he's still doing content. It's just he's not doing it in the shops. I guess like trying to find a new spot or whatever. But so what's your thoughts?